Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to the crowds, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light." The Gospel of the Lord. There may be more, but I would guess that there are basically three categories of people in their relationship with God. There are those who don't believe in God at all, that God doesn't exist, and that the world is an accident. Then there are those who may believe in God, but that God is a disinterested watchmaker. He created things and set them spinning and left us all to our own devices. And then the third is, yes, there is God, and God not only creates, but redeems and participates in our existence, in our life, in our creation. Of course, we believe in that third category. So much so, the prophet Isaiah reminds us so beautifully today, "Have you not heard that he makes those who are faint and weary to stand up strong, and those who are staggering and falling to renew their strength?" And today in the gospel, when we are heavy with burden, to come and rest with him. Our God is a God who accompanies us. And who would not have known that any better than St. Lucy, whose feast day we celebrate today? She was one of the early martyrs of the church. Not a great deal is known about her life, except that she had assisted the poor in art. Of course, she's shown with the candles on her head. She is the patron saint of those with eye difficulties. Her name literally means light, from the Latin lux lucis. She died either on the island of Sicily, in the city of Syracuse. Now, not the Syracuse we know down the thruway, but she is also highly revered in Scandinavia. But we honor her today, and this still as the days are getting darker, that she stands for the light of God's presence. That God, and how much more faith than anyone do the martyrs have, that God is accompanying them, even in their cruel deaths, that they die firmly believing in the presence of the Lord in their lives. And we know that the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christians, and it's through her and those who were of her time that the faith grew. She was martyred under the persecution of the Emperor Diocletian in the early church. She's mentioned in the Roman canon. But may we be people today who certainly not only believe in God the Creator, but God who strengthens us, redeems us, and sustains us every moment of our lives and accompanies us on life's journey, especially in those moments when we feel overburdened, which could happen at this time of year. But trust in the presence of the Lord, and may that presence show itself in the works of charity that we give to one another.